Alright guys, it's D9 here. Today we will be talking about the true downfall of the Vampire Diaries. When the season has, you know what I mean? Like it was rocketing and then it went down. You feel me? For a lot of people it's very different, but because a lot of people are idiots, I have to get on here and be the correct one to tell you guys this. Tell you guys that most accurate downfall and dip of the show. So we're gonna go through all the seasons and we're gonna talk about it logically. You feel me? And we'll just end up at the conclusion of what was the worst season or when it started to actually go downhill. Okay, cool. By the way, this is my favorite TV show. Disclaimer: there's literally no biases in my, like, I've seen the show 8 times minus the people that I've seen react to it, so it's probably way more than 8. Wait, yeah, it's probably way more than 8, but you feel me? We're about to go straight to episode 1. Let's see. Not episode 1, season 1. So season 1, we chilling, blah, 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 blah. Nothing's really happening, you feel me? We get the introduction of the Salvatore brothers. They chill people, you feel me? Elena, she chill, you feel me? Everything snoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Everything is snoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Let's see what's the finale of season 1, Founders Day. Damon and Lark try to stop John Gilbert from setting a plan in motion to bring Founders Day to an end amid chaos, destruction, and death. Alright, I think the end of the episode is when Catherine returns. If I'm correct, I could be absolutely incorrect. Oh, nope, it sure is, because season 2 is with her in Elena house. Okay, cool. So season 1, we got it squared off the way. You feel me? Squared out the way. I love season 1. Basically, anybody with a logical brain loves season 1. Is how you get into the show to begin with. You feel me? I was always more of a lore type of person. Before, like, let me see. How did I get introduced to the Vampire Diaries, right? I hop on Netflix. I'm looking for, I think, Twilight. I think I was looking for Twilight. I see the Vampire Diaries instead. Or I find the Vampire Diaries first, and then boom, I go to Vampire Diaries. It was one of my first times ever watching. It was literally the first show I saw on Netflix, so that's how I got into it. Okay, cool. Season 2 happens, blah, blah, blah. She turned Caroline, blah, blah, blah. Caroline and Tyler got something going on, blah, blah, blah. You feel me? Klaus is, yep, Klaus get into it. The sacrifice. Love Stefan's sacrifice, by the way. The TV show is still smacking in season 2. Lore-wise, always connect to storyline-wise. Lore, storyline. You feel me? Because they always do flashbacks, all this other stuff. So we cool. We get to season 3. Let's see. Nobody ever talks about season 3. They may say season 3 is their favorite, I think. A lot of people say season 3 is their favorite, but then again, a lot of people are idiots. So, of course, I had to get back on here, like I said before, and tell y'all the correct genre. You feel me? The birthday, Tyler and Caroline still tiptoeing around each other, blah, blah, blah. Stefan's with Klaus, fire duo. Oh, man, that whole Jeremy, Vicky, Anna thing, it was cool as a storyline, you feel me? It was cool as a storyline. But what really messed up the entire storyline for me was in the point which he kisses Anna. You know what I mean? That's what happened with me, because no way I'm kissing the ghost, period. No logical storyline. Well, no, not even a logical storyline. No logical person, which means including Jeremy, would kiss a ghost. You know what I mean? Especially if you already have a girlfriend. Cool, all these exes, ghosts popping up, blah, blah, blah. Cool. No way I'm actually kissing the ghost. Boom. That's what ruined that storyline for me, but for the idea of it, cool, do you, TVD, you feel me? Not have, you feel me? Go crazy. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. The Michaelsons are back. They invite them to like a masquerade ball. Just a ball in general, blah, blah, blah. Damon killing Cole. I would never say it's unrealistic because they make it a very point in the show to say if a vampire is angry enough, they can kill another vampire. They can accomplish incredible feats, you feel me, with their vampirism if they are angry enough, if they have enough emotion within them at that time and place. So I'm not going to say it's unrealistic, but I will say that that interaction didn't need to come to that. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm saying is Julie Plec or the writers didn't have to put Damon in that scenario where he had to be emotional, to where he had to snap Cole's neck. You know what I mean? All that stuff. You know what I mean? So that whole scenario, just throw it out. That's all I was saying. It's not unrealistic, but just throw it out. That's all I was saying, basically. Throw it out the final cut. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, to protect his sister. This is the end of season 2. To protect his sister, Jeremy makes a decision that would change everything. Bonnie makes a secret deal with heartbreaking consequences. Let's see. At the end of season 2, they take down Klaus with the heart thing, and then Klaus and Bonnie come to an agreement. Boom. Therefore, Tyler's alive, and that's all that would whoop. If I'm correct, I could be absolutely incorrect, but by the face of this episode, it looks like that's what happened at the end of the drama. So we're just gonna leave it like that. By the way, great season, absolutely great season. You feel me? Season 3 slaps. Growing pains. We get to growing pains, correct? In the oh no, Elena, boom. In the season 3, Elena what? Blah blah. Boom. Elena turns to a vampire in season 3. Cool. Do you, as a fan, you feel me? Go crazy. TVD writers, go crazy. No problem with it. Season 4, blah, 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 this stuff happens. She's trying to turn. Apparently, she can't do the bunny diet. You don't have, like, to me, in my logical, this is, now watch this. This, what I'm about to say right now, is me when I first saw it, because I started TVD in real time when season 4 came out. So I was getting the DVDs, I was putting it into the computer, I was super geek, you feel me? But yeah. So basically when I first saw it, I'm like, you don't have to be on the bunny diet. No one has to be on the bunny diet, you feel me? Vampire don't have to be on the bunny diet. But you could be able to at least, like a regular vampire could be able to at least take down bunny blood, you feel me? You know what I mean? So it's like, that's weird, but okay, cool. We keep it going, you feel me? I'm like, it's alright. But it's like, it's mad weird because Stefan's done it, you feel me? And like, everybody else can do it, you feel me? You don't have to stay on it, but at least you could, you feel me, take down some bunny blood or some animal blood or something like that. Her not being able to, it felt like unnecessary adding of complexity, you know what I mean? Like, okay, cool, they trying to already break them up with Damon in the picture, but to actually add on that more complexity of her not being able to just keep down a simple bunny blood that every other vampire could possibly do because it's the easiest thing in the world. Easiest thing in the world. Okay, so here's what it is. We're about to keep going. Yes, she kills my boy Connor. Elena kills Connor in season 4. What's it called? Blah, blah, blah. They learn about the sire bond. Jeremy becomes a hunter, starts practicing all that great stuff. They end up in the woods. Whoop whoop. By the time they get out the woods, Jeremy has died, blah, blah, blah. Graduation. End of graduation. In the season finale, it's graduation day. And the town is overrun with ghosts and intent on selling scores, blah, 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 blah. This is season 4, episode 23. Season's about to go to college, so season 4, this must be the time where Stefan gets locked into the safe. Cool, now watch this. Season 4, immaculate. Personally, not even personally, it's my favorite season. It's the best season in the entire show. The anticipation for Silas goes way beyond any Michelson anticipation. The Michelsons came, sure, but they're vampires. The TV show is called The Vampire Diaries. I'm a huge vampire fan through and through. But there's something always more, you know? There's something always bigger, like how the vampires get created. And who created the vampires that you know what I mean? Like, it's just something always more and always building up on top of that, on top of that, on top of that, you know what I mean? all the way till you get to like the beginning of existence or the formation of how magic was born. You know what I mean? And I'm always into the lore, so I was like, okay, cool. You reading the originals? Super hyped. Bow bow. Go crazy. You feel me? All that great stuff. Turned out to be a great season. But then what comes, like when we met Silas, well, not even met Silas, when we was like anticipating up to Silas, it was like, wow, this is a whole different, we get into a whole different era of TVD, we get into some deep stuff, you know what I mean? 2,000 years is crazy, you know, so that's how I was like, I was really anticipating Silas. Top tier, best TVD villain of all time, best TVU villain of all time. Okay, cool. So, season 4, immaculate season, best season of the entire show. The woods, the scenery, everything, them on a quest to find Silas, it was perfect. It was an actual plot line of like a mature plot line of like, with like a lot of consequences, you feel me? Like the stake was there. You felt the stakes. You felt the, I need to get Elena the cure. You felt the, I don't want to be a vampire. You felt the, I want to be a vampire. And I'm talking about people that are saying this. It's like the 1,000-year-old vampire saying, I don't want to be a vampire. I want to stay a vampire. You know what I mean? These are real stakes happening, and the actual, like, the trajectory of the TV show is going crazy. We're getting to the root and nail of vampirism here. You know what I mean? So, season 4, top tier, immaculate. Boom. Let's see. Let's go to season 5 real quick with the whole Elena and Demon. Blah 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 blah. Cool. I know what you did last summer. They pop up. Bonnie's still dead. You feel me? Bonnie, okay, blah blah blah. Silas pop up. I love it. Stefan has a well, technically, Stefan is Silas's doppelganger or shadow self, whatever. With a whoop, that's top tier. Love it. Strong Stefan, very self-assured. You feel me? He knows what he's doing through and through. You feel me? Well, Silas knows what he's doing through and through. The actor plays Stefan, immaculate, best actor in the world. Bye, yeah, okay. Blah blah blah. Nadia comes to the picture. Personally, the whole Nadia and Matt and Nadia and Matt storyline and Greg storyline was, it was, dang. There was only 2 storylines I did not like, you feel me? And that was the second storyline. The Nadia storyline, the whole Nadia and Matt and Greg thing, you feel me? When Nadia was found out to be Catherine's daughter, I was like, okay, top tier. You feel me? You really got into the full circle of things and was like, boom, you connected her to somebody that we actually mess with a little bit. Just a little bit. We mess with her just a little bit, Catherine. You feel me? Whoop. So I mess with that. But the whole possessing thing, it was You know what I mean? It was You know what I mean? Not harping on the writers, not doing none of that. It was just You know what I mean? TV show, still great. Still the best TV show to date. Still the best TV show for many years, I'm sure. Unfortunately, until I make it. Like, if I were to actually go out there and make a TV show, it would be better than TVD. But until now, TVD is the only TV show that's 10 out of 10. Point blank, period. Okay, let's go. Original sin, blah, blah, blah. For whom the bell tolls. Monsters Ball. Handle with care. Death and the Maiden. Okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. I think Stefan gets out of the, what's it called? Gets out of the safe. He's hungry. And then, blah, all this happens. Apparently, Catherine's dying. Oh my God. Season 5 was crazy. Like a turn every time. Catherine's dying. Stefan was the Ripper. And then he wasn't the Ripper because he got caught by Ketsia. And then Damon gets into a cell. You know what I mean? And then we feel some background on Damon. And then it's just wild. It's wild. It was a roller coaster. It was an absolute roller coaster. Absolute roller coaster. It was a bit wonky. You feel me? Season 5 was definitely a bit wonky, but it didn't go down. It was just wonky. You feel me? Every storyline, besides of course the Nadia and Matt Greg one. You feel me? But every storyline was great in their own. You feel me? There was great storylines. You feel me? But it was just like coming out of left field. Like, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I didn't know that was gonna happen. But you feel me? Each storyline, you feel me, was great. You feel me? Individually. So when you put them together, it made for a very spontaneous season. You feel me? That's what it is. Heartbroken by unexpected tragedy, Damon is focused on holding himself together while pushing Bonnie to stop the disintegration of the other side. Oh man, that was a crazy one, huh? Stefan and Elena escape from Marco's control, only to blah blah blah. Okay, I think this is where the end of season 5, Damon and Bonnie goes to the 1994 prison world. Okay. Boom. So season 5, things was getting shaky. Shaky in like the great way. You feel me? It can be shaky as in like the speed of the TV show. You feel me? Like the pacing was very fast or slow, very fast or slow, with the pacing of season 5. But the storylines was great. Boom. Let's leave it there. Let's go to season 6. Okay, cool. Season 6. Elena's having a hard time losing Damon. Blah blah blah. We meet Kai. I don't know why people say Kai is the best villain. Kai is a very one-dimensional character. There's really nothing there. You know what I mean? Great actor. Perfect actor. Very one-dimensional character. I guess people like basicness. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm all horrible. Oh my god, I'm all perfect, you know? The complexity wasn't there. Same with Damon. Very one-dimensional characters, honestly. Let's see. Do you remember the first time? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Stefan is moving around, blah, 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 blah. Come on, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they introduced Lily Salvatore. I also believe that in this season, wait, do they actually go back? Yeah, they introduced Lily Salvatore, and they go and they actually talk about Stefan's genetic Ripper genes, you feel me? And that is genetic to Lizzie Salvatore. A lot of people don't understand the genetics thing at all. They don't understand the genetics thing whatsoever through season 1 through season 8, which means in season 6 we find out that that's a genetic thing, and then they don't connect that it's genetics from season 1. What was happening in season 1, all Damon's trying to do, protect, blah 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 blah. It was always genetic. It was a genetic thing. It wasn't no you can help Stefan. It wasn't that at all. Even in Legacies, Jade cannot be helped. She's been in the prison world for 10 years. Still don't know how to feed correctly. Well, if there isn't even is a way to feed correctly, like it's no like helping that situation. It's just who they are, all because of the genes. You feel me? There's the vampire version of very A1 vampire, and then there's who they actually are under the surface when they have their emotions on, when, you feel me, they're trying to like their personality. There's a personality, and then there's the vampirism. You feel me? A lot of people can't separate the two. Okay. And this season, season 6 was, it was crazy. It was getting out of control. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some TVD to the death. But it was getting crazy. Like the whole Elena using drugs and stuff to see illusions of Damon. That was like, even from the beginning of the episode, you feel me? Like it was getting like left field, you feel me? But I always came back to it because of the Bonnie and Damon thing in 1994. That was fire, you feel me? I didn't really care too much to learn like the backstory of Kai's background. The whole Stefan and Caroline really talking about whatever they got to talk about, you feel me? And him not answering her emails and her phone numbers and the messages. Like that was tough. It was tough. They was talking about the Gemini people. Then again, it's like, are these witches? These witches are probably cool. You feel me? The Gemini coven, cool, great. But are they that big of a, you feel me, top tier enemy to the point where we have to mention them? You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. Are the Gemini coven that big of a problem to where we absolutely needed to put them in the universe, or needed to actually perceive them as an issue? You know what I mean? That's what it really came down to, for real. But then again, you have to look back at the fact they can create prison worlds. That's also, that's some crazy stuff. You feel me? That is some crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. Okay, cool. Let's go all the way down here. Blah, blah, blah. Bonnie's left alone, I believe. After Damon does Damon come back? I think he does. And Stefan loses and Damon gambles on a plan to stop them, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Okay, cool. A lot happened in season 6. So we just gonna, Lily betrayed us, you feel me? Gave Kai, what's it called? Elena's coffin. It is what it is. Personally, as soon as she kissed Damon out there in Denver, I believe, in like season, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4. I think it was season 4. You feel me? Season 4, like episode 21, season 4, episode 22, something like that. I looked at her as Catherine. So it's like, it is what it is. Catherine became better than Elena, honestly. But it is what it is. We're on to season 7. Bye, y'all. Okay. So season 6 was pretty wonky. It was absolutely wonky. Feel me? That's where things start to deviate for real. So we got season 7. Day 1, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we meet these people. Yeah. We meet the heretic. I love this whole storyline. Julian, I feel like they could have still murked Julian. It is what it is, though. You feel me? He acted his butt off in that season. Kudos to Julian. You feel me? What's it called? Season 7, episode 17. Favorite episode. I Went to the Woods. My favorite episode. Let's see. Gods and Monsters. Okay, at the last finale of season 7, like, it felt like repetitive to where they knew that something was down there that could literally mess them up, and yet they still went down there. And of course, it was Damon who went down there. Let me see. So now it becomes, what if it was Stefan that went down there? If it was Stefan, it would be way better because by that point, he didn't have anyone. And he wouldn't have expected Damon to get him out. You feel me? Damon already took his girl, took his entire life. You feel me? Took his friends. You feel me? Like, everybody. You feel me? So it's just like, well, I mean, Caroline was still there for him, but it's like, we wasn't together by that point, so it doesn't matter. So you could have just immediately let Stefan do it. He would have went up in there, probably died or been taken over to basically deliver people to the Cyruses. Okay, but of course it was Damon, correct? So it totally brings back his character development, 100%. Totally brings back his character development to like season 1 or whatever. Okay, or just erases it completely. Let's go back up. Let's go to season 8. Season 8, episode 8 was my favorite drama when Stefan killed all those people super quickly, and like Damon only killed like one person in the room. Stefan's top tier, bro. He is top tier. He's like the best. Let's see. No, I swear. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so we got Hello Brother, blah, blah, blah. We got all this stuff happening. We got Enzo and Damon stuck in there. All that craziness. An Eternity of Misery. I think if Stefan would have went down there instead of Damon, Stefan would have found a way to get Enzo back to Bonnie. For sure. Because he wouldn't have had nobody to go home to. Besides Caroline. But Caroline, they wasn't even together. If I am correct, they wasn't even together until like the last season. So what I'm saying is, Stefan would have had no girl, which means that he would have always wanted to escape. You feel me? Although he does have Ripper side, it could get out of hand, but he always still would have wanted to escape the Cyruses, or at least get somebody else out. You feel me? So I think it definitely would have been Enzo. He would have got out. He would have helped to get out to Bonnie, and then he would have just stayed and took on the burden of going crazy, because he can go crazy. You feel me? He can literally do the work that they needed, the Cyruses needed the vampires to do, like effortlessly. He could do that effortlessly. So it is whatever. But with Damon wanting to be back with Elena, and then Enzo wanting to be back with Bonnie, they didn't really work together to like help one another escape Silas's. I mean, not Silas. What's her name? I forgot. One of the Silences. What's it called? Sybil. Sybil's control. They didn't like help each other to escape Sybil's control. Okay, cool. Let me see. So season 8, after season 6 was wonky. After season 7, I love the heretic storyline. Because we got real life new creature of witch and vampire. Not witch and werewolf. That's kind of boring, honestly. But witch and vampire. Very unique. Loved every minute of it. Kai, you stepped your game up, became a witch and vampire. You feel me? That was top tier. And you can like siphon like magic and stuff. I don't know, but it is whatever. It's the exact same thing. Heretic. Okay, cool. Season 8, blah blah blah. We chilling. So basically, by season 8, me and I suppose the rest of the fandom is just chilling at that point. You feel me? Season 6 was wonky. Season 7, for me, they redeemed themselves. You feel me? They did their thing. You feel me? All the way until the end, then they messed up everything by having Damon go up in there. But it is what it is. Season 8, now we just chilling. We trying to ride it to victory because it's a great TV show. So it's like, at least stick the landing. You feel me? You stick the landing, we up in there. You feel me? Okay, cool. Hello, brother. Blah, blah, blah. They would be different. All these great callbacks to season 1. Words in season 1. Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. We have history together. Oh, my gosh. That brought it back, ain't it? That brought it back. That brought it back. Okay, let me see. After Sybil traps Damon inside his own mind, blah, 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 all this great stuff. We get 16 episodes, and we get to the finale. After Steph and Caroline confess their feelings for the world by getting married. Blah, blah, blah. 16, Stefan dies. Okay, cool. It felt like full circle. You feel me? It felt like full circle. It felt like he was at the end of his rope. He really didn't, like, even if he had Caroline, he didn't have really anyone, you know, besides Caroline. You feel me? Besides Caroline. Everybody literally hated him. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody hated Stefan. You feel me? Bonnie hated Stefan because of what? A Ripper side. It wasn't even him for real. It was literally his apex predator vampirism within him. You feel me? A lot of people always, let me see, they react differently to a Ripper version of a vampire than the actual normal version of a basic version of a vampire. Basic version of vampire is like 99% of the population, well, 80% of the vampire population. So that 20% of Rippers, you feel me? Probably even less than that. Let me see, 10% of Rippers. 10% out of like 90% of vampire population. So when you see like all these normal vampires acting normal, you fall in love with a vampire, all this great stuff. And then a Ripper vampire comes through and be like, boom, just off your homie or just off your lover. You're like, bruh, you couldn't be like Damon and just throw insults when you're off your emotions? No, I actually am a vampire and I am very aggressive and I will kill your lover. That's exactly how he is. That's exactly how Stefan is off his emotions. But I was feeling epic, blah blah blah. Stefan dies. Let me see. Catherine dying with Catherine, blah blah blah. Sounds poetic, or not even poetic, but it's full circle. If that was the last thing he could do in his life because everybody hated him, maybe besides Caroline, then cool. It is what it is. He went out, got his quote-unquote redemption, as if he needed any redemption to begin with. He's Stefan. That was pretty... Damon gets the girl, and then what else happened? Bonnie gets no one, you feel me? And of course, they blame it on Stefan, who's now dead, so everybody has somebody to hate, even though he saved everybody. So the audience could have somebody to hate, even though he saved literally everyone in Mystic Falls. But it's cool, though. It's cool, though. It's cool. It is what it is. Okay. But yeah, that's the end of the thing. So we find out that season 6 of TVD was where things got wonky. Things dipped in season 6. You feel me? Because we did have some great things. You feel me? How can the college season of season 5 be horrible when Silas was literally the face of basically season 5? We showed Silas in season 5. We showed his capabilities. We showed that he was an absolute demon in the field. You feel me? Jeremy, he was like, I am immortal. Ugh. You feel me? So it's just like, don't be doing my boy Chad like that. Like, he won't really break your shit. All right, anyway. But found that season 6 was the season that actually went downhill. It started to dip. It started to get very wonky. You feel me? But guys, before we go, we can do let's do some more stuff. Let's do some more stuff. Let's talk about let's see. Let's talk about, what are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about while I'm here? While I'm talking about TVD, my favorite actual topic of anything, pretty much. What are we gonna talk about? I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. Unless you guys want to talk about something else in some next videos, some more videos, leave it in the comment below, blah, blah, blah. But like, share, subscribe to the notification bell for more content. Until next time, The Dionysus is out. Peace.